Welcome to the Barely Average Podcast, episode number 5. Today I'm joined by Cuff, Graham, and today we will be broadening the horizon of video games. We're going to be discussing the new releases. We have Breath of the Wild, just came out today. The Switch is here. But I think what we're most eager to talk about is Horizon Zero Dawn. Everyone here has played it.
I like that pun you just threw out there. Yeah, it was good.
Little scripted.
So how do we, brass tacks, how do we feel about broadening our Horizon Zero Dawns?
I think the game, first of all, beautiful. Probably the best looking game on PlayStation 4 at the time.
Yeah, unarguably.
Yeah.
Definitely feel that way too.
I mean, me and Graham both playing on the 4K with the HDR. And
yeah,
I don't have the Pro.
Me too.
But like the HDR, I feel like definitely makes a fucking difference. Like lights, colors, everything about the game is beautiful. Probably don't need so many particle effects like they do have, but
I am on 720, and it still looks great.
Yeah.
I don't have the little particle effects as much, but damn, it's so great.
Yeah.
Looking, like I was telling this to Raj the other day. I was like, how'd they make like the drawing distance is ridiculous. You know, you can go from point A to point B and it just not change at all. Like once textures pop in, like they do sometimes.
Yeah.
Just how much stuff they've got on the screen is crazy.
And like I never hear my PlayStation like notch up like the fan.
Yeah, I love that because I hate that sound. I hate that fan.
Like Dark Souls 3, I don't even feel like was as graphic intensive as this game is.
And
yeah,
it sounded like a jet terminal going off. Like
so, I don't know.
I don't know how they did it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Short of demon magic, like I guess we're really breaking horizons.
I gotta admit, it's this game. Like, I've been so excited for this game for a long time. I pre-ordered this game on my birthday last year in 2016.
Whoa.
Wow!
Because that's when the collector's edition like came out for pre-order and stuff. It was like a long time before they really set a date for the game and stuff. So I was like, it's a birthday present to myself. I was like, I pre-ordered my collector's edition, paid it off like in the next kind of month or two down the road and everything. And I have literally just been waiting for this game to come out. And I didn't end up picking it up on launch day, unfortunately, because I was out of town.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I had to wait like a day or two after to come back and pick it up and everything. But once I picked it up, I literally put that game in my system, and it has like just drawn me in.
Yeah,
from the beginning. Like I just do not want to stop playing it.
I haven't played any other games since I played it. I literally just put my PlayStation in rest mode, come back, and more
Doesn't that
Horizon.
scare you at all?
Put it in rest mode?
Yeah.
Nah.
I leave mine in rest mode all the time.
With the game running?
Huh?
Yeah.
With the game running?
I don't leave my games running. No,
See,
I leave it
saying.
on home.
Yeah, I just pause the game, put it in rest mode, come back,
And then
start up.
it's still sitting there. It just seems
it's all
like
a preference thing. It's all a preference
I feel like it's
thing.
gonna overheat something in the background.
Nah, it's low power mode. It's good to go.
Yeah.
We're digressing.
Yeah.
How do we like the game? Gameplay, story. So let me tell you something.
Okay.
Get thug with it.
Get thug with it. The gameplay, aside from like tiny little, nitpicky things, I love it. It's great. It's kind of reminiscent of like a little bit of Far Cry, but its own little third-person thing of it. I love rolling up in the tall grass, looking at the little things, studying the horizon.
How many times have we dropped
Too much. And like seeing like what monsters there are, not machines there are, studying the weakness and being like, I'm gonna put this here, that tripwire there. That's going because I know he's gonna charge me. When it goes off like without a hitch, you feel like a hunter.
I was playing like in a new little area that I got to today, and I tried it last night before I went to bed to like try to just see how the monsters fought and stuff, and I got obliterated. Like I got demolished. And then like I came back today, I was like, okay, I remember what happened and everything, so I like set up actual traps like where I knew they were gonna go to, knew they were gonna be, and it just there's no better feeling than that hunt that just like goes right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything goes right, and it just is such a satisfying feeling.
I feel like it's a little silly that like the machines are oblivious to you like shooting. Like you can shoot a trap around them and they don't really notice it.
They're just dumb machines.
Yeah, but like, they're smart enough to do things, but you can set a tripwire right at their feet and they're just like derp, and then they fuck up, fall over, and you kill them. But other than that, and we said we wasn't going to get into spoilers, but the story.
You want to throw a spoiler alert?
No, we're not going to dive too far in.
I wouldn't just say like anything past like the first like 5 or 10 minutes or anything.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just say it like this: the first 10, 15 minutes or so, however long it takes you to do that, great, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Compelling. It drew me in.
Oh my god!
It made me I want to see what happens.
Like
I
feel
like that's a
first,
good storytelling
20 minutes
thing.
of the game, like between the aging process, like where you literally start off as like a baby in your opening cutscene, and then you get to go to like your young age and everything before you become like the actual full-fledged character you play as, was like such it pulled you into the character and like it invested you in the character in a
Oh,
way
yeah.
that a lot of other games are not doing nowadays. I feel
Yeah.
it's just kind of like cut and dry story kind of thing.
Do you
get
remember-
dropped into the plot?
Do you remember when you fall down into the ruins as a kid?
Yeah.
And you get the hologram? Man, I swear I almost teared up a little
Oh,
bit.
she was talking to the hologram?
Like the hologram is doing like its little pre-recorded message, and it's like, "Hey there," and she's like, "Hi," and she's all scared and nervous. I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh God, it's so
It
cute."
just like it
Oh, God.
connects you to that character. Like,
Yeah.
I just, if anything were to like happen to her, I don't know anything about any of the story or anything like that past where I am, but I would just literally like lose it. Just
Yeah.
because like I actually like have feelings for that character and stuff now.
The
so.
one thing I do have a problem with the story is like them being outcasts and like believing in what they believe in.
Mhm.
Her father was really just quick to just let her wear this piece of machinery on her head.
Yeah, I was
Like that was just like, oh, that's a plaything. You need to quit playing with that. Like I figured like, he would take it off of her face, you know.
You talking about Ross?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Like she wore the little thing and he didn't pay it no attention, but like she dove down into a forbidden place to retrieve this unheard of piece of technology.
Well, they were already outcasts anyway. so,
Yeah,
like,
but-
yeah, I see
I
what you're
figured
saying.
he would have more strong resistance towards that kind of stuff, not want it around him. But
Well, but once he saw like what it could do, you remember when you
maybe we're
Spoil-
diving into
spoil-
spoilers.
spoil-
But
Spoilers.
this is all like before you get to like the actual story. Like,
Yeah, I guess,
this is
but,
all before you even start playing as her as a full-grown adult character.
Right.
Like this is like essentially a very long cinematic that you get to play,
Yeah.
which like bonds you to the character and stuff. So
Yeah, yeah.
this is not too bad spoilers. Like if you're
Yeah, but
if you
anyway.
pick up the game and you put the disc in, you're going to play this part.
Right.
Yeah.
anyway when you're rescuing the kid, you know, and it falls down, and you go through those.
Oh yeah,
ones,
he's just, oh,
and they're like,
he has to
"Oh
die."
man, maybe that's not such a plaything after all. You can see them, whatever machines and stuff."
I can see
think-
their
I think-
paths.
Yeah. It was really nice. So I like the way it kind of started out and everything. But other than that, like so far, like from the story I've played through, just the progression is smooth. Like it feels linear to an extent to where you have the freedom to totally go out and do whatever you want. So you don't have to follow the story at all, obviously, if you don't want to.
I did for the longest
But
time.
yeah, but if you do like just incorporate a story mission here and there into like doing your quests
Mhm.
and everything, the game like flows as like one like beautiful like masterpiece, just like moving forward.
It's the best thing about it is like
Yeah.
if you follow you follow the story mission, it takes you to areas where there are side quests,
Mhm.
and then you can go out and do those, or you can just like go out and do the collectible stuff and hunt. And
Yeah.
that's a cool way to flow it, like you said.
I don't know. It feels really good to me. Like obviously, you know, there's problems. Like some of the quests maybe feel a little repetitive at times, but
yeah, but when
not,
you're an open world game, like
It's-
there's
it's-
only so much you can do. So yeah, it's gonna be
Mhm.
like a little repetitive fetch quest, but
But it feels fresh, feels new, feels like a real like new actual IP that
yeah,
they
it
can
is.
do something with. Like I'm liking it. I'm digging it. I'm on board.
I like it too.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of little nitpicky things about it though.
Uh-oh.
The dialogue stuff ripped straight from Mass Effect.
Oh, yeah,
We were
totally.
talking
If
about
you-
this the other day, where like nothing is original anymore.
Nothing
Yeah,
is original
like
anymore.
this whole game. If you want to do that, like,
Yeah.
oh, it's crafting and it's open world, it's
Yeah,
Far
yeah,
Cry as
but-
shit,
but,
and the
like-
dialogue and cutscenes remind me of Uncharted.
the issue with it though is like whenever you go to like do a dialogue with someone, like you can totally tell where like they'll be talking and then all of a sudden they'll snap like over here when you do a certain, you know what? It's
Yeah.
just kind of, I don't know, maybe something that was overlooked or something. Another thing is like combat doesn't really have like a lock-on feature. It's all cinematic combat, you know, with like more like
Are you talking
Right.
about the bow or like swinging with
no
the
when
staff?
when it comes down to melee, it's all up in the air.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if there's like more than one enemy, you press the R1 or R2 button and it's just like roll with the dice.
What I've noticed is if you try this next time you play, like when you go in to like use your staff combat or your spear combat, play it like you're playing a Arkham game, like a Batman Arkham game.
Mhm.
Like try to like time your hits and like move your character back and forth.
Yeah.
She'll actually like jump like to the enemies and stuff.
Yeah.
Almost kind of like Arkham stylish. And it
Nothing's
feels-
original.
So
Well,
I
no,
was
like-
thinking about that too. This
but it-
game is like a lot of components of other games, but
But
it's
the
like
good components.
but it's all the good
Yeah.
components. Like, you know, you get your Mass Effect like dialogue to where you're close up with the characters' faces, you feel connected to the conversation that's going on. There's like this beautiful like stealth play combat from the fighting point that you can take that feels very, I don't know about you, but to me it feels very Assassin's Creed-y. Like the first
Never
game
was
when it
an
was
Assassin's Creed.
little
fan, so-
bit.
yeah. But it's
Um,
just
I just thought about this, not to interrupt you, but like with the staff combat, I feel like you shouldn't have to rely on that. Like if you like really do the hunting thing and commit with like exposing weaknesses and stuff like that, you shouldn't be relying on the staff.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you set traps and hit weak points and do all that, like track the enemies, the staff is more like a contingency.
I think the only time I really use the staff is like if an enemy has been alerted and they charge at you, you know, and you have nothing else to do, or if it's weak and it charges at you, shit, one smack will knock him over.
Yeah,
kill
the
him,
heavy
so.
smack and knock him down.
Plus, if you get the skills in those trees, you know, they're more
It's
prevalent to fall over. And
Yeah. So, are we going to talk about the difficulty gap? You want to talk about that a little bit? Because it goes 0 to 100 real quick.
I learned this yesterday. I found the first cauldron.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And where I'm playing on hard mode because I don't know I don't fucking know. Try hard me, god damn it. Yeah, I made it all the way through there, no problem. And there's an enemy in there. You know, we don't want to be spoiler free, but it beat the shit out of me constantly. And it seemed cheap, but you know that's just gamers and their reactions to things. But a couple times playing it, you know, memorizing its movesets. Graham helped me with a couple of things. He was like, you know, you can craft potions. Never think of that shit, you know.
Really?
Yeah, really. And so I crafted like a fire resist, a fucking health potion, and ran in there, beat the shit out of it.
There you go.
But yeah, it did. Like that. I remember you saying that to me. It goes fucking 0 to 100.
It does, man.
Yeah.
Like if you, it's not too bad, but like there's just some areas where you like you take like a watcher, like from the starting area, you can kill it in like one shot if it's well placed. Some areas you go later on, you gotta like you hit it right now. It's like, what?
It just knocks that piece of
Yeah,
armor off his eye.
there's two different kinds of watchers. You have to look out for them. There's like the regular watchers and there's red eye watchers, I think they're called.
Oh really?
Yeah, the other ones are harder to kill. That's probably why you're having some troubles with a few of them.
Also, I'm in areas I don't think I should be in yet in the game, just because I've just been running around and doing like
Specific
dumb stuff.
missions, yeah.
Yep, and like.
So some of those open world games, man.
That's what happens.
Not supposed to be
man,
sometimes.
You learn the hard way sometimes. Like I was in an area earlier. There's little groundhog machines, and they will mess you up.
Really?
Yeah, don't mess with those until you are at least like level.
What level are
20.
you?
I'm 25.
See, I'm lagging behind all you.
Yeah,
Oh well.
I'm 20. I hit 25 before I came over here today, so I was messing around with some stuff.
You're still in like the grass area,
Yep.
right? Yeah.
Yep. Grass, snow.
It flows. Yeah, the first little
I
area.
feel like the weather's crazy in this game.
I
Snowy, rainy,
speaking of the
windy.
weather,
Speaking of weather,
the weather, like Roger was saying, the first time like I stopped to admire this game's like beauty, as I would put it, was like I literally loaded up my game and I walked around for like a minute or so, and then it started raining in a thunderstorm, like almost like hurricane style thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally was crouched in some tall grass. You could see like every drop of rain just like hitting the grass, like rolling off of it, and the wind like carrying away the rain and stuff. It just it was so,
if you talk to people,
good.
like if you talk to people in the rain, like you can see like the drops hit their clothes and like do the how like rain does the spread. It's fucking wild.
Yeah.
Jesus.
The future is now, man.
The future is now. These games are getting bigger and better.
Yeah.
Well, these exclusive AAA type.
I know it's a great time to be a PlayStation fan. No,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I've been a fanboy since my 360 crapped out on me, but shit, we've had Neo in the last, what was that, 2 weeks ago? We got Horizon.
What's next though? Kingdom Hearts 3.
I'll be 35 when that comes out.
Yeah.
Fucking 14 years from now.
So I was about to say something, but I forgot completely, totally. Collectibles. Too many? Too little?
I haven't. What is a collectible in this game? I'm not.
All right.
Oh,
so
me.
yeah, I'll let you if you know what you're talking about.
Graham introduced me to the coolest. This is the coolest way to do collectibles I've ever seen. There are vantage points you can go to on like top of mountains and stuff. You go up there and you do the little right stick focus thing. It brings it up, and you look at like a landscape, and your little right, like the little purple bubble thing around there, shows you like a destroyed building or something. And then it shows you what it looked like when it was restored and like fully operational and stuff. And it's like playing a little audio log in the back. It's so cool. It's such a great little way.
I've not seen that.
It's the only one I found so far. It says it's not like on the collectibles page, but if you go to your statistics, it shows you like how many bots you killed and all this other stuff on there. It's Vantage Points is down at the bottom. It shows you how many you found and stuff. That's the only one I found so far. Just stumbled across it as I was going to clear out a area of some bots I saw and stuff.
Another thing, the collectibles in this game, actually, you can use them to buy things later on.
Yeah.
I found out.
Mm-hmm.
There are merchants later on that are like, oh, you got some coffee mugs? Here, bro, have a box.
Oh, there's those little things like you find
Yeah.
And just like,
like
okay,
the ancient debris piles and
yeah,
stuff.
Yeah.
Ancient. They're called that, right? Like
Yeah.
ancient, like
Yes.
coffee mug. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys got the maps yet to show you?
I
where
haven't
the-
bought any of the maps yet. I noticed that's something you can buy from the merchants and stuff. And you can
Yeah, they're all
buy
pretty.
little maps and they'll lead
See,
you to
this
the
is where
collectibles.
I'm trapped in a thing, right? Like you guys have been like fully playing this, and like I just got that, Horizon, and I've been trying to. I want to play Neo.
Yeah.
I want to play Horizon, and now we got this masterpiece that just dropped.
Too much at one time.
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
It always sucks because like whenever all these games come out, they always come out like in bundles.
That's what
like
it feels
in
like.
Groups. Because you'll go through a lull, like right before Neo came out. I think it was such a lull in like games. Like at least to me, like
Tales
I
of
didn't.
Berseria, if you're into the Tales series.
If you're into the Tales series, yeah. But if you're not,
Yeah,
like other
nah.
than Tales, like
Yeah.
you are stuck playing like.
That's
some-
what I'm saying. Like we did.
Overwatch.
Yeah, you were. That's actually what I was thinking. I was like, you were pretty much stuck in like playing some online competitive games like Overwatch and stuff. You could pick up just some of the remastered singles like Skyrim and stuff, but until like Neo dropped and it started like this chain reaction of really good single player, new like exclusive IPs and stuff is.
That's what I'm
a
saying.
big
Like
lull.
we got Breath of the Wild and Horizon, and
In
now
the
like
same week.
yeah, and like
What?
what's the next like thing? It's gonna be so dry.
The
but,
world's gonna end next week. We're not gonna have enough time to finish either one of these games. Just
Yeah, to be fair though, I don't think I'm gonna need anything else for a while. Like
Yeah,
having
oh,
Breath
yeah.
of the Wild and Horizon to explore. Like
you
I'm
gonna buy
gonna be.
Skyrim for your Switch?
No, considering I bought it for my PS4, I think I'll be sticking to it on that system and everything.
how are you liking
so.
the Switch, Graham? Do we want to
Switch
switch over to
episode
the
1.
It's actually good. I had it was a pretty wild experience picking it up. I got off work today at like 4:00. Did not have it pre-ordered. It just kind of
Really?
Yeah, I did. No, I
You
did.
pre-orders Horizon Zero Dawn,
Well, they
but
ran
a
out-
die-hard Nintendo fan does not pre-order his Switch.
You said they ran out of pre-orders, didn't you?
Yeah, they ran out of pre-orders, but apparently they didn't run out of systems for some reason. I guess.
It's weird.
But
That doesn't even make sense.
Well, GameStop's been known to lie.
Break
But-
break the fourth wall.
But I didn't have it pre-ordered. I got off work at 4 today and called up a Walmart that was like an hour away from my house back in where I used to work and stuff, and they told me they had 4 left, and I started driving my hour 10 minutes
Okay.
over there.
Man on a mission.
I was driving and I was like,
I gotta get my
asked them
Switch.
if they could hold it, and they said they couldn't. I was like, all right, we'll take a gamble here. And I rolled up to the store, ran to the back at the electronics.
Did you
and
literally run? Like
I power sprinted. It wasn't like full fledged running
Yeah.
because I didn't want anybody to I didn't want to hit anybody and stuff. Walmart's pretty crowded, but I got back there and they had one Switch left and they had one copy of Breath of the Wild for it left, and I was like, this is meant to be. So I scooped it up, picked it up, and brought it home and set it up. And this will attest to how good Horizon is. I set it up, hooked it up. Put it on the charge stand and then turned it off and started playing Horizon again. I bought a brand new console
it's like,
today.
oh man, new console, new game. Let's do some Horizon.
Yeah,
right.
that's just it. It's pulling me back in so much. Like every time I have free time at home, like sometimes I'll just play some mobile games or something, just chill. But I just find myself actually just putting the disc in, playing it constantly, every free moment I
Now,
have.
can I ask you something?
Yes.
Have you tasted your cartridges yet?
No, I haven't. I do not intend to. We're not going to do it on camera either.
Why do you ask that?
I've been reading reports that Nintendo has made the cartridges taste bad, so like little kids, it's a small cartridge, so I guess it was a smart thing for Nintendo to do to
Prevent
make it a
people, like-
deterrent to put it in your mouth.
Yeah.
So I'd love to lick your cartridge if you'd let me, but we'll keep going.
It's pretty small. I don't want to damage it. It's pretty expensive. I'll pass on that one.
So how much have you fiddled with it so far?
Yeah, that's what I spent a lot of my time doing. I hadn't actually. The only game I bought for it was Breath of the Wild. It's the only big title I was really interested in. But I didn't really play too much of it. I kind of watched the opening cutscene, walked around the open world a little bit. From what I did play, the game is smooth. It is just sleek, smooth,
Yeah,
beautiful.
from what I played when you brought it over here,
Yeah.
it looks really good for it to be like a little cartridge on
Yep.
on a handheld. I
It's crazy.
almost couldn't believe it. I was like, Wind Waker times a million,
Just drop it.
I
in.
do love that they went with that Wind Waker-esque, cel-shaded. Yeah.
I like the art style. Definitely like the art
You
style.
remember when Wind Waker dropped and everyone was just like, "Oh, that cartoony look!"
Yeah.
Ah! But then here we are, years later, and
Yeah.
it's
got
like one of the
we
most,
got a remake.
Yeah.
They got a remake.
yeah, like one of the most renowned Zelda games ever. So
But it's good. The main menu, very very sleek. Just straightforward white, couple panels on it. At the bottom, you have like news, your eShop, and your settings, and that's like almost it.
Was there anything you were worried about, like when you saw the Switch reveal and like all the news around the Switch that was like, then you got the console and was like, oh, that ain't bad?
Memory space, I was a little worried about. The announcement, it was like, what, 32 gig memory space?
Actually, 28 and some change
20
after...
20 and some change after the system storage
yeah.
and everything. But I realized if you're not buying eShop games and digital games, like you're actually just buying physical copies, which I know for some people is going to be rough because a lot of people love digital games and that's what they like doing. And it's going to be hard on them. It's really easy to just put a micro SD card in it and keep going. It's literally right.
It does have
right underneath
storage,
the thing. Yeah, which is cool and everything. But like for me, I'm a physical copy kind of guy. I'll be buying every Switch game I get physically, and my memory will never be an issue.
So do they do like the old way of like the save is on the?
It is on
the cartridge.
It's on the cartridge.
So as long as you got the cartridge, you're pretty good.
Yeah, like you don't have to download your game onto the system or anything.
Right.
Like, it's all.
That's
it feels very handheldy.
Yeah.
Like say with my DS copy of Fire Emblem, if I took my cartridge out and put it in your DS, I could just play it, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's how it feels for the system. I'm not sure. Like obviously none of my friends have the Switch yet, so I don't know if you can actually just change cartridge.
I wonder if That's a good question. I gotta test that at some point. Let's go buy a Switch.
I just want to buy the cartridges. Tapes have them bitches.
But it's so far, I've really loved it. The Joy-Cons move off like they're nice and sturdy in there. So you kind of got to give them a little tug to pull them out.
The rumble was something that surprised me. Like
it's like it's not like impactful. It's not like a strong rumble.
When I heard
it's
HD
subtle.
rumble, I was like, why is that a feature?
I was like,
matters?
why are they harping on this? And like, sure enough,
holding
like,
the controllers, like when something actually happens, like something minor happens, and you feel the light rumble in the bottom of the controller. And then when something major starts happening, it starts like pulsating through the controller.
Yeah, you can feel it through the whole thing. Like I can see why they harped on it a bit now.
It's pretty cool. It feels good. It doesn't like, I don't know, like sometimes I found when I'm like playing other consoles and stuff, the vibration will like bother me. Like I just turn it off because I just don't like the way it feels.
Yeah.
I can tell I'm going to love this rumble. Like I'm going to keep it on for every game that I play. It's going to feel really nice. But I was messing around with the different, ways you can use your Joy-Cons in the controller. It comes with a grip that you slot them into to play. The Joy-Con grip comes with that in the box. Feels extra good, extra smooth. It's very lightweight.
It makes it like a little box though, right?
It does.
Does it feel? Because to me it looks like kind of like a GameCube controller but square. Does it feel like that at all?
No.
Doesn't it have? It
Really?
has like little handles off on the side, but it still
A little
remains
bit.
square.
But
at
actually,
the top.
I wish I would have brought it with me. But it's it actually just feels very flat. It's really flat. It's really tiny. It's not that big.
Mm-hmm.
It looks bigger in a lot of the pictures and stuff than it really is. It's really actually pretty small. Like the when you put them in the grip and stuff, like it's pretty tiny, but it's really comfortable. It feels better than just holding the controllers.
Yeah.
It feels better to me than holding the whole pad.
Yeah.
But holding the pad and playing doesn't feel bad. It's like playing if you owned a Wii U and you played a game on it, like you just dropped it down and played it on the screen while you did something else on the TV or something. It just feels like you're doing that, except on a more lightweight version of the gamepad.
The gamepad is.
It's just bulky. Like
it's
the
way
Wii U,
too bulky.
it's way too bulky. Like when I picked that up, I was like, man, that's just the right way.
Yeah.
Like it's
That
just,
you want it to be when you're taking it out.
When I play Wii U, I always go for. I have a Pro controller or whatever you would call it. I always go to that.
And the Pro controller was something I looked around for. I couldn't find it at the Walmart I went to, unfortunately.
Is it wireless with that, or how does that work?
The Pro controller?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's wired. I think it's going to be. I'm not sure. I haven't looked into it too much. I've actually kind of like wanted a lot of this stuff to be a surprise to me. Like, I've watched videos and stuff on it, but I haven't like went anywhere to see if I could like try one out or anything like that. So,
what's the next game on your Switch list?
My Switch list? Well, the one that's coming out next I'm going to get is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
When's that?
Even though I think it's like April.
Yeah, you already own that.
I own it because they put battle mode back in.
Is that really enough to sell you on a $60?
Well, it also comes with extra characters, extra maps, extra everything.
What extra characters? Not to be the negative Nancy,
you get the Splatoon, you
yeah,
get the Inklings,
that's it, right?
You get Boo. Boo's not in the game.
What? You get to play as a ghost, Boo?
Yeah, you get to play as King Boo.
How's that gonna work?
They're moving him
the same
in.
way as every other Mario Kart character.
True, but I mean, it's also like my wife loves Mario Kart. It's her favorite game, so I'm gonna get it because she likes it, so she can play the Switch. And
probably
stuff.
look prettier a little bit.
Yeah, probably look
graphics
better.
will probably be better and everything, but the next
online will probably be much better with the whole.
Online better be better because they're making me pay for it after like fall.
All right, does the console itself, does the dock have a dedicated like Ethernet port?
Ethernet port? No, the 3 ports that are on the dock is the power supply.
So it's a Wi-Fi
No.
only?
Yeah, well, yeah, from what I've experienced.
'Cause that's how the Wii started, right? The Wii was Wi-Fi only, and like I used to get into Smash Bros. Match, not to bring it back, but everyone in the clan battles back in the day was like, you got to get a wired adapter just so you can fucking play without lag. So that's one thing. Like I feel like you always need hardwire if you're gonna be serious about online gaming.
Well, no,
hardwire.
if you ever played Splatoon for the Wii U,
I didn't.
huh?
It
didn't lag at all,
Yeah.
and I use a wireless connection for my Wii U, and there was literally no lag. Like as long as your internet connection was good, your gameplay was good. So that's not anything I'm worried about at all. But there is a USB port inside the dock.
Yeah,
it comes with 3 ports.
With
It was a HDMI power and a USB, and I think the Pro Controller is USB. Is what I'm thinking, and you plug it into the dock, and that's how you use it. I could be wrong because.
Wasn't the Wii U Pro Controller like wireless?
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
You could sync it up, but I'm not really sure.
Maybe it comes with like a little USB chip. You know what I mean?
Like a
Like
little dongle?
like a little receiver.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It could. Some stuff I want to look into for it, but I just wanted to pick up my base system today because I don't know how hard they're going to be fine. I don't know if.
What'd you think of Breath of the Wild from what you got to play of it? I know we've only put like 20 minutes into it.
Yeah,
but
I just picked up that copy.
Solidly beautiful. The
controls,
it
everything
throws
good.
you. Yeah, the controls feel good. Like little combos you can do. Obviously, it feels very Zelda-y still, your combat, but just running around the wild, being able to climb anything, being able to like ride your shield down a mountain, like
That still looks fun. I want to do that.
Yeah,
we did it.
We were doing it right.
We did it
right
earlier. We did a
got
sick
here. It was
nollie
really
at the bottom of the. We did, dude. We
Yeah.
got to the bottom of the hill, and Graham pushed a button or something. He straight up did like a kickflip move. It was cool.
But it feels good. It looks like it's gonna be really awesome. I'm very excited for it. But
It's on back burner. Got that Horizon on the front.
that's how I feel right now, dude.
Oh, tell
I
him
feel
about
it's on.
Tell him about the battery life because that was something we discovered. Was a thing.
We I turned it on and we were playing around with it and stuff, and I went back to the home screen after we played for like 5 minutes, and it was at like 89%.
It was at 89.
And I was like, dang, dude, that's gonna be rough. Like, cause we only played for like 5 minutes, and so I was like, I'm just gonna, it doesn't matter if it dies or anything. I'm gonna turn it back on, play it a little more. And I started playing it. I played it for like 15 minutes after that,
Yeah,
right?
we played for a good 15, 20 minutes, and then we checked it again.
It was at like 82.
Yeah.
It like didn't go down like almost anything at all. So I think I just didn't fully charge it before I brought it over and everything. So the battery life seems like it's gonna be 2.5 to 3 hours.
Yeah.
If you're just sitting there solidly playing the game constantly, which is fine. Like I can't imagine you're gonna take your portable console with you somewhere
and play for like a game straight up marathon. Like
yeah,
8 hours.
that you can't bring a charger with you.
Right.
Because on the bottom of the system, it can you can plug the wall charger right into it and just keep playing while you're charging.
Yeah, it's not a phone charger.
It's not a phone
I asked the
charger.
same-
Yeah, I was like, is it
It's its
micro?
own switch charger.
I asked
Yeah.
the same thing.
Proprietary chargers
Yeah.
and everything. Yeah.
But I can imagine you'll need it to be wireless any longer than that for just carrying it around. So I think it's gonna be an awesome system. I think it's gonna have a lifespan double or triple the Wii U for sure.
No, well, you're really not hinting at much. I mean, the Wii U straight out of the gate failed. Its marketing killed it, really.
But I don't know. I like it. I'm excited. I'm very, very pumped. I was really excited when I got home, unboxed it and everything. It was a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. I was really excited. And
Anytime you get a console, though, man, it
feels good.
I think
it's childhood reimagined.
This game right here, I think, just did so much good.
Yeah, I mean
like,
that game could literally sell this console. Half the people, including myself,
No,
what I'm saying is half the people who bought it because they only wanted to buy the game once, and
Yep.
this is what they wanted to play it on, including myself.
I was
That's how
reading
I
a
was
thing,
too.
right? That's my line.
Is that what
that's
you- is that what
that's
you
my
do?
line in every fucking barely average thing.
Is that what you do
I
when
was
you
reading
read?
a thing,
Yeah.
but if you look at Legend of Zelda sales, they're like none of them. No Legend of Zelda game has ever sold enough to like literally push fucking hardware.
Yeah.
Like you think of like a Zelda as like a really big title, but like it's not. It doesn't
Well, I
sell
mean,
as many.
that might be true, but I mean,
think- I think
it can only help it.
I think over time, Zelda always sells really well.
Yeah.
But like out of the gate, I think you're right. I think Zelda never sells like the huge amounts of
Because I feel like
copies.
Zelda
Yeah,
is
right,
like a
but
gamer's game, not
it's a niche thing, but like releasing it on the same week that this came out, I mean that's great. I
Yeah.
mean that can only help.
If I'd have bought one, I would have got that for it. But,
I mean I would have too,
yeah.
but
I think I think the line that they have set up is going to be pretty good. They got Mario Kart 8 coming out in April. Splatoon 2's right around the corner.
You should have been on our
right.
first podcast, buddy.
Say what? I know.
Yeah.
Silly. I know. The first one, everybody was like down in the Switch and everything,
Yeah.
and I watched that podcast.
We downed it a bit, but we did bring we
bit.
brought the facts.
A bit.
Yeah.
We brought the facts. We brought what was true about it to we hound on it, but
But
Fuck.
I did watch the episode, and I wish I would have been there to
Look,
defend my homeboy
yeah.
console.
Once you brought it over and I had it like in my hands, like half the stuff I was worried about was immediately gone.
Yeah.
The rumble was good. It was light. The battery on it's good. And I just found out about the memory thing that it
memory
saves
doesn't
on the
really matter,
cartridge. So, that's a whole bunch of things. That
Like I checked
Yeah,
my
when you
memory
hear things
after
out of
I put
context.
the cartridge in, and I went back and checked my memory and stuff, and it barely put anything on the memory, like small amounts, wasn't even like a gig or anything. So that was good. It was definitely reassuring.
But like pre-launch hysteria, man, people will take
That's
anything
true.
they can
That's
out
true.
of context.
Oh yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
when we heard 32 gigs, like
When I heard
even
30
People were
when I
done,
heard
man. They were outta
32
here.
when I heard 32 gigs, I just immediately associated that with PlayStation hard
That's
drive.
what the
Xbox.
Wii U was too, though, and I mean that.
yeah, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
But those games
literally
aren't
uploaded-
natively like all running 1080. Most of them are
Well,
720.
none of these games are running.
Because Nintendo plays a different fucking game, man. I don't understand it.
But I think it's good. Like, I'm ready for the titles. I'm ready for Splatoon. Ready for Mario Odyssey. Like,
Splatoon.
Mario Odyssey. That's the only thing I'll be hyped for because it comes out.
it doesn't come out
Holiday?
until like holiday, so that's
So
good.
I'll
So
probably-
that gives people like you
Yep.
or anybody else time to like really decide if they want the system, decide if they want to get
if
the
they want my
games
money,
for it.
just say Animal Crossing or Pikmin. If they say Animal Crossing or Pikmin, they'll get my wallet, dude.
Yeah, dude. Well, I mean, like, an Animal Crossing on this would be heaven. Like, of course,
Like,
everybody-
imagine bringing your Switch and just sitting like here. We'll visit each other's towns.
Imagine like
Simple as that.
it's like
Simple
it's a
as that.
handheld device, you know. Imagine like a new Pokemon game.
We have enough of those. We have enough of those.
I'm with Cuff. I want the game, but I'm ready for Splatoon 2 more than anything. Like,
That looks like a Pro Controller Splatoon 2.
They literally fixed my one issue with Splatoon, which was I could not play online with my Pro Controller. They literally took the community's
Why?
device, and they were like,
Why?
we're going to allow you to press a button on the controller to pull up your map, and then all your characters are mapped to the button, and you can click the button, jump to the character, press the button again, take your map off the screen, and go back to gameplay.
That's so good.
That's
gonna
the
be,
only thing people wanted, was they want their Pro Controller, because that gamepad felt awkward.
It was so bad. Like,
But the thing is, like, now that people are used to the gamepad and
Yeah,
the
I'm
motion
used to
controls, the way that you play with it, everybody uses motion controls in that because it's actually really good.
so yeah, but I feel like that would be good for me, like, because I didn't have a Wii U. I just played it when I went over to your house. But now
Yeah.
having like an actual controller, I feel like I could wreck some shit.
Yeah,
You know, Splatoon.
I think I'm excited for that. So ready for Splatoon 2. I think it's going to be probably my number one game on the system and everything. But
Virtual Console, GameCube games.
uh,
I thought they made some rumble about it.
I
haven't heard
logged
anything.
on to the eShop, and there's only 3 sections from what I could see.
I thought the
which is
Virtual
which is
Console was gonna be a
available,
thing this-
coming soon, and
Yeah.
something else, like something that didn't really matter. There wasn't really any Virtual Console on there yet.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll come in an update or something and give us
Oh, yeah.
a little more than that. But
probably next week or something. Like,
Yeah.
there's always updates. You know, fixing up firmware and stuff like that.
but it's good. This has been an awesome week, fantastic week. for
Absolutely.
good
Go
games.
out and buy all this stuff.
Don't listen.
Well, I mean, maybe you know,
Support
don't
us
take it.
is
Don't
what
take
you need
it.
to do.
Don't take out any second mortgages or anything. That's,
But Horizon, definitely recommend it.
yep, it's got my thumbs up.
Scores out of 10. Anybody for Horizon?
9.5.
I don't feel like I've played enough to give it a definitive.
Did it have your thumbs up?
It has a thumb. I'll give it
Wow,
one.
really?
I haven't played enough. I'm not
He
gonna.
just hasn't played enough. That's
Yeah.
all.
Okay.
I can totally,
thumbs for
I can
you?
totally respect that. Yeah, definitely. 2 thumbs, way up.
All right, Switch.
I'm all in.
Switch. Thumb.
I would definitely give it 2 thumbs up.
Is that our rating system?
I'm gonna give it a thumb because
A thumb?
it surprised me. I'm not gonna lie. I'll eat my words and stand corrected.
You'll eat a cartridge.
I mean, I heard they taste bad.
Yeah.
I've
We're
heard
gonna get
Word
on
on
that.
word on the street.
Word on.
But I think this is gonna be a good little month and a half ahead of us. I'm gonna enjoy Horizon, enjoy the Switch.
The month after the barren wasteland. After
Yeah.
that. That's gonna be the
There's
rough.
nothing to play anymore.
I've beat Horizon 3 times.
I just gotta go to work for fun now.
Be playing all my remakes they've done. Crash Bandicoot remake.
What is that?
Kingdom
That's
Hearts
June? That's
remake.
June, like
June.
21st?
Yes, I think that's actually right. It's somewhere around there, but I already got mine paid in full. Like you can put Naughty Dog sticker on something, and then that's my wallet grabber. The Naughty Dog, just smack it on there. I'll buy it. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Don't even care.
Yeah, I feel you. I put a lot of time in the Crash Bandicoot stuff.
Crash Bandicoot, Sly, Spyro, Ape Escape, any of that remake.
The OG stuff, man. Nostalgia hits hard.
That about wrap us up.
Yeah.
Anybody, anything else y'all want to talk about? Horizon Switch?
I think I'm good. Definitely say Horizon's my game of the year so far. It's a long
Actually,
year
I'm glad
ahead,
I'm glad you said that because I can totally see Horizon like
pushing
through, being nominated at least. I don't know how like the reviewers they get paid off. You know, from Overwatch wins Game of the Year. I don't know how that works, but
$60 multiplayer only game.
Yeah,
Game of the Year.
So I think Horizon will definitely be like a nominee.
Yeah, I think it's up there.
All right. Well, that about wraps it up. This has been Barely Average Podcast, episode number 5. Check us out, YouTube. Stay tuned for more content. Barely Average. Subscribe.
Bye.
Smash that subscribe. Smash that like. Money.